The Dark Knight Rises.
It's been all over blogs, internet news, everything, so we're sure you have a decent taste of what's going on. But as far as casting goes, we have two additional cast officially added.
He's good. He's really good.
The words flow out of my mouth like the Nile through the Egypt.
So Tom Hardy, right?
Tom Hardy.
Who is he play? All right, let me go. All right, here is us being anti-internet rumor. This is why we made the nerd update in the first place, is because we got sick and tired of being misled by internet BS that has no founding, and it's like, we've heard from a source, or there's been a casting sheet that's been leaked, that's been revealed. It's like, no, that's not. The world was like 95% convinced that the villains would be Hugo Strange, played by Tom Hardy, and
Talia Al Ghul, to be played by an unknown female.
Yeah.
Christopher Nolan was going through casting, and everybody was convinced it was going to be Talia Al Ghul, who is the daughter of Ra's al Ghul. Ra's al Ghul, who was the villain in Batman Begins, which I think would have been interesting, but it wasn't to me. And that's one of the internet rumors that just is so frustrating.
Yeah.
Tom Hardy has been cast in the role of Bane. Would you like to give us a breakdown of who Bane is?
You may remember him from the Schumacher film, Batman and Robin in 90, whatever. He was in it with Mr. Freeze and Poison Ivy as one of the three main villains, although he was portrayed as like a hulking idiot.
Yeah, literally saying one-word sentences, that type of a thing.
But the real Bane is like, he has the strength, but he's an incredible strategist.
Yeah. One of Batman's more dangerous recent villains because of how smart he is. He's not a fumbling, muscly idiot.
Right.
Basically.
Exactly.
At one point in time, even broke Bruce Wayne's back as Batman. He literally snapped him over his knee, wore him down over a period of time through cunning, then physically broke his back.
The only man who broke the bat.
Exactly.
Here's to Bane for spine shattering. Certainly not as famous as a Joker, Two-Face.
No.
However, I think when you get amongst comic book people,
he's
almost
well
as
known.
well respected.
Definitely.
You know, like he's right up there.
And he's I mean, he is newer, so that's another thing. Like he is a more recent villain, so that's another thing to attribute his, not quite as wide success.
Yeah,
I guess you should say. However,
he works off of the Venom though, which is kind of like a sci-fi concept with the tubes going in his head, and he injects himself with this like
it's called Venom.
So
it's a super steroid,
and so he gets like abnormally like muscular and like superhuman. Superhuman aspects are not common in the Christopher Nolan universe, so it'll be interesting to see how he handles the powers that he has. Well, not powers, but
in a sense.
Yeah,
I mean, like, he didn't want to do, like a Mr. Freeze thing for the sake of the super science. Like, I wonder how he'll play out the super science with Bane.
Right. Absolutely. Yes, very well put.
Yeah.
Also, who else we got?
We have Anne Hathaway. Actually a surprising person to choose for me. Cast as Selena Kyle, who you may better know as Catwoman.
Who's Catwoman? I've never heard of her before.
Really? She is a...
Everybody's heard of Catwoman, you don't have to explain.
Okay, good. I was about to say.
Selena Kyle, Anne Hathaway, unique choice, however, I think a good one. Yeah. I have all the confidence in the world of her as an actress, even though she usually... She's
usually a little bit more of a teen... You know what I mean? Or she's really progressed from that whole teen movie, you know what I mean? Type of thing, and grown into her role as more of just like a sweet character.
Yeah.
And Catwoman definitely has more of an edge to her, so it'll be fun to see if she transitions or how she transitions.
Yeah.
In the comics, Batman and Catwoman have a bit of a romance thing going on, an off and on thing, and I'm curious to see if she would be the love interest then to Christian Bale.
Certainly. I mean, who else is there? Alfred?
Hey.
Let's not go there.
Michael Caine, his accent.
Michael Caine.
Michael Caine. Another thing, little minor detail about Selena Kyle, Catwoman, is her hair color. We just thought that'd be kind of interesting to see where they go with that. In the 1992 Batman animated series, she had blonde hair. In the Tim Burton, Michael Keaton Batman movie, Batman Returns, she also had blonde hair.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
And, agreed. And in the comics, she's often portrayed with black hair. So
it's like the film, like mass media versions are blonde, and like the comic versions is black hair. What'll they choose?
So, yeah, something to keep an eye out for.
Hair!